I'll show you how bad these cracks are. Now, some people would just come in, get some polyfiller straight over them, and I think that would do. It's no good at all, because if you tap the wall, you can tell it's loose, and that crack goes all the way through to the brick on the other side, so the whole plaster's got a crack in it. What I'll show you is how to treat a crack. Right, what you want first of all is take your blade and be very careful and put it in the crack and start slowly exposing the crack. Don't go at it too madly, because you need to control how much you're taking off, and if there's a lot of loose, you have to work out if it's all going to fall off on you. Also, you've got to make sure there's no cables in the wall. Generally, look for where the sockets are and make sure you've got a good idea where wires go. Once you get so far in and you're sure you're not going to get big lumps off, you can use your scraper and start making it bigger. So, excuse me, someone's at the door. Right, once you're satisfied, give it a quick dust out, and then get some watered down PVA. And you've always got to be careful with PVA. You don't want to be splashing it everywhere, because once this stuff dries, you can work it back up and get it off, but it's very difficult. So always try to keep it tidy. And then once you've PVA'd, you don't have to let it dry too much, but as long as it's dried off a bit, what I usually use is a backing plaster, an undercoat plaster, which dries pretty quick, and it's good for large areas. And then once that's dry, you put polyfiller over the surface. I mean, you can use plaster, but plaster's pink. You probably can get white plasters, but I just use polyfiller because I've always got it on my job and I get used to using it, and it's only to finish the fine surface off anyway. Right, I shall go and mix some undercoat plaster. Right, I'm about to fill this crack now, so I'm using this backing plaster for masonry surfaces. It's good stuff, it dries pretty quick, and it's good for filling big holes. So what you want to do is make sure you put plenty on, and make sure you push into the crack. You can't just slap it on and pull it over, because you've got to keep putting extra on and pushing it in the same place, because you're forcing it into the back of the plaster, which just helps it adhere more. there you have it, ready for the polyfill going over the surface once dry.